Hey guys, this is Layla from Greenhouse Animals, and in today's video, I'm going to be showing you how I prepare to leave for a trip. When trying to find a caretaker for your bunnies when you leave for a trip, you need to make sure that your animal sitter has previous or current animal knowledge. You don't want a sitter who's never been around bunnies before, but you also want a sitter who has a little bit of experience so that they know what they're doing. So the sitter I'm using right now, her dad is actually a vet, so it's really convenient for me because she already knows a lot about animals and how to take care of them. What is also a good thing to consider is to use the same sitter over and over again. So we have two that we use often, and so they're really great. They can come down whenever and take care of the animals whenever we go on trips. First thing you need to do when getting a caretaker for your bunnies is explain in detail what to do. So I usually send them videos and I show them little pieces of paper with what the bunnies eat on them. I explain in great detail how to take care of them so that they know what to do and that they're doing it right. It's even really convenient to invite them over to make sure that they can see the bunny room beforehand and know what they're doing. There are many great places online to find sitters or animal caretakers, but not all of those are legit, so it's really awesome if you can just find somebody from your town or from your church, somebody that you know and somebody you have a relationship with. Once you've found your sitter, there's a few things you need to make sure that happens every day. You need to make sure that your sitter comes at least 2 times a day at a minimum, because bunnies are very social and very active animals, and they need a lot of attention. You want to find somebody who is really kind to animals because, I'm sure you're not going to find a pet sitter who's not nice to animals, but just to be sure, you need to make sure that you know your caretaker before they come out. They also, like I said before, they need to have knowledge of animals and know how to take care of your animal. But make sure that they know how you take care of your animals and not their own animals. Sometimes you can find sitters who have their own bunnies and they'll take care of their bunnies differently than they would yours. So you need to make sure that you explain to them how you take care of your bunnies. Now, once you've found your sitter, there are 4 steps before the sitter comes over. The first step would be show them how to take care of your bunnies. I send my caretaker videos, like I said before. Just make sure that they know how to take care of your bunnies. The second step is to clean for them. Make sure that you clean your bunnies up really, really well because you want the sitter to be able to see how you take care of yours and how they need it to look when you come back. It's always really important to get every nook and cranny like I'm doing here. I'm cleaning up some pee that my bunnies left underneath the fridge somehow, but they can't even get underneath the fridge. So it's really important that you take care of the bunnies really, really, really well before the sitter comes over. The third step would be to organize. I go through all of my shelves and all of my bins to make sure everything's in its right place and everything's really neat. When you have a sitter over, they're not really comfortable with the area that they're taking care of. So the sitter we have right now, she has never really been in our bunny room. She's been once to come over and see how I do it, but other than that, she's not really familiar with the bunny room. So you want to make sure that you clean it up really, really well and organize everything so that they know what they're doing. The fourth step would be after the sitter has already come over, you need to make sure you check in on them. Sometimes you won't really know what's happening back at your house if you don't check on them. So I text my sitter daily to make sure that the bunnies are doing okay. She sends me pictures, and there's an instant yesterday, I think, where my sitter actually texted me a picture of some bunny pee, and she thought it was diarrhea. But as you know, bunny pee is really weird. If you have bunnies, you would know. Bunny pee is orange or red or yellow and white. So she texted me and wanted to make sure that everything was okay, and I explained to her that everything was okay. So you need to make sure that your sitter knows what she's doing and that they're prepared for whatever can happen. There are a variety of things that can go wrong when you're at your house with your bunnies or when a sitter's over. So you need to make sure that they're completely prepared for anything bad to happen. And that's why you always need to stay in contact with them. But since you might be on a trip far away, you might not be able to come over to check on your animals. And that's why it's really important, if you feel necessary, to always have an emergency contact of someone who lives near you or a family member who lives in your town who knows the bunnies, who can come check on them if something bad happens, take them to the vet. Because bunnies are very confusing, weird, secretive animals. So if something wrong happens, you won't really know until your sitter notices some signs of something going wrong. So you always want to make sure that you have an emergency contact of someone who can come and help. Well, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Sorry about my morning voice. I just woke up and I'm on a trip right now, so it's a little jumbled, but thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed and that it was helpful. I'll see you again in the next one. Bye!